Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It is not Tuesday, it is Thursday, but you already know we had to get it in the finale of Moon Knight. Just couldn't wait till Tuesday to talk about it. Just have to see what my people. What's happening, Fourth Persona? How you doing tonight?
Man, I was doing great until freaking that after credit scene, and I'm like, fuck Conchu.
Oh, just got no love for Conchu. Are we feeling some kind of way? What's up, AK?
I am all right, and yes, while I do agree, fuck Conchu, I will very loudly say in all of my petty, I told you bitches! I told y'all! Don't tell
Oh,
me about fucking Scotty. Scotty doesn't matter! It's all about
oh,
Jake.
I was so mad about that. I was like, ain't nobody said nothing about Jake. And no hints, no clues. I know there's another persona, but and Jake ain't never been mentioned nowhere. And also now, hey, good, we might get. Well, I heard
Bullshit. We've heard Jake talking before. Cut it out.
we heard him talking. We didn't hear any names. How the hell am I, as not a comic book reader, supposed to know anything about a Jake?
Because I told you.
I heard Scotty. I called bullshit on the whole thing. That was ridiculous. What happened to Scotty? I guess we're gonna meet him next season. What's
That was
up,
a red
fam? You think
herring.
we're gonna get we're gonna get a second season out of this?
Oh, they said like this was like a mini series. They were only planning for season one. But looking at the season, how it ended, I'm like, there's still some unanswered questions. They have that after credit scene, so it's like it obviously has to be a season two. They just haven't got a green light for it. I don't want a situation where we go into an MCU movie, we got Moon Knight, and he explains he has not one but another like persona, which is Steven and then Jack, and then they kind of like skip over that whole thing, like how they did with Professor Hulk. Like it
Right.
was just like one random conversation explaining the whole transition from our Hulk that we knew to Professor Hulk, and we don't even get to see that. So it's like, come on now, do better.
He said do better. Oh, Jake says Jakes are naturally calm people. I think he was framed. He can't be tied
That's
in.
what you consider calm?
Oh, you can't be tied in by just a name. Oh, that was absolute madness. I think we have to get a second season. I think, especially, I guess there's a team up they could do with like the Black Knight and
Midnight Suns, yeah.
and oh boy, Blade. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, we definitely need some more. I mean, if he has more personalities, we need to know. And I'm still not sure that Khonshu isn't a personality and Layla isn't a personality, and I'm not sure again that this isn't all just going on in his mind and there are no superhero powers. Like there is so much yet to be revealed. Like we gotta talk about it. As long as we're giving kudos, let's give some more kudos to AK. Last week she said she thinks the little brother may still be alive. And when I kept thinking about it, I was like, I think she might be right. Because when they entered that cafeteria full of all Mark's kills, the little brother was there and he was the only one still alive. So isn't that kind of telling us that they never found the body and the little brother is still alive?
Possibly. He was standing up and it looked like he came out of a different room from everyone else. So yeah, that I think that's a breadcrumb. It could turn out to be nothing, but it's worth noting.
I don't know. Yeah, like I said, in a room full of dead people, and then I mean, Stephen even asked, "Why is there a little child in this room full of all the people you killed?" So no, we're like, "Oh, because he killed him." But wait a minute, he's not dead; he's still alive. So I think, I mean, what else could they be telling us? I think there's got to be a season two and more to come with all of this. There's still so much more to flesh out. What do you think about that, Phantom?
Brother coming back. Like AK said in the previous stream, no body, no death.
It's just the way it is. We didn't see a
That's
body;
how it
it's
works.
alive. Oh, doesn't the fact that we start this episode with a passed out Mark just prove that the entire last episode and most, if not all, of this series is going down inside his head, AK?
It's the I can only give you the same answer. There are things that are going on in his mind because that's the only way he can perceive what's happening around him in the fantastical realm of the Duat and whatnot. But it is still happening in the real world. These gods are actual beings, and they've been doing all of the fuck shit for quite a long time. You know, it's affecting too much of the world for it just to be going down in this one guy's head. He wouldn't be any type of superhero or be in to be geared in with any of the teams if he wasn't actually going to be making a difference. It's not just some random crazy guy running around. No, these are definitely real events. But
That's an
I
actor's
can
mind
see
going
where
on.
they're fantastical.
Yeah, this is a guy in his own head going. I mean, all the clues are there inside the hospital. This is a man inside his own mind. This is a crazy man, and we are inside.
Jake
the
is
mind
going
of
to
a crazy
be look, not Jake. I'm sorry. DJ's going to be on like season 4 of Moon Knight. Like it's still happening all in his
Oh
head.
yeah, it's all in his mind. Absolutely.
I mean, that's what a lot of us said when we were watching Legion. It was like, is this all happening, or is it just inside of his head, and he's still locked up in that inside?
And the answer is both. Both.
I don't know.
There's
I mean,
just
it's
different
mind creating
aspects
the
from
reality.
one side to the other.
I don't know who was trying to push this as the MCU's best show yet, but no, there's no way. Wanda's still better and Loki's still better. Wanda and Loki in that order. How's it for you so
actually,
far,
I
AK?
agree with that. WandaVision is still my number one. Let's see. I think I will keep Loki at number 2. Let's see. Falcon, Winter Soldier. 3 or 4. I think that's the one that's tied with this one. 3 or 4. They're kind of interchangeable to me. But then again, shit, I think I have to have those be 4 or 5 because I liked What If better than both of them. So,
There we go.
But I know on the last stream I did earlier today, our across the board was Hawkeye is last, and that
Oh, I
holds
think
true
that's
here,
for
too.
everybody. Yeah. How about you, Phantom? What's your top 3?
Well, after watching Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, WandaVision is number 1. That's all I'm going to say. Number 2 and 3 is always interchangeable. It's like Hawkeye and Winter Soldier. You know, it really
Number
did
2?
pull. Yes! Because it did pull on the fan feels. Yes. Not Hawkeye, excuse me. Why did I say that?
That's why I had to ask.
I was looking at the stream, so maybe that's why I said, not the stream, chat. Maybe that's why. But Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki, always interchangeable.
Okay.
Then
Well,
What
I'll
If,
give you
mainly because that Party Thor damn episode, that kind of tampered it. But then it comes to like Hawkeye. No. I would say before What If it's this, Moon Knight. And then What If. If they never had Party Thor and put like some other episode in, probably the whole
If they would have gave us the Gamera episode.
yeah, then this would probably be over Moon Knight, probably. And then last but not least will be like, you know, Hawkeye.
Of course. But they did, Jake. That's what gave us this whole series.
Oh, for God's sake, here we go.
Oh,
Why do
man.
you keep fueling the fire, Jake? Stop it. You know what you're doing.
Oh man, it's definitely going on inside Mark's head. But when taking Emmett Stone figurine, Harrow says goodbye to Mark, Steven, and whoever else is in that head. Is Jake Lockley like the last persona we're going to meet, or are there going to be more, Phantom?
Most likely the last one, unless this whole time my name for this damn streams we've been doing has literally been, you know, the theory, and it actually did pan out, and I'll be the first one to have called it.
Fourth persona, it's coming. I'm telling you, there's 5, 6. I'm telling you, Khonshu, Layla, they're all the personas.
Oh, for goodness sake, here you go. There's
Oh.
5 in the comics, and it ain't Khonshu or Layla.
It looks like we called one though. Seems Layla may be open to being an avatar for the god, just not Khonshu. So we see that come through to fruition. How hard-headed is Layla though? Like, has a god willing to help and also let her be an avatar, and she's like, nah, I'll just take Harrow on myself. I'm just like, ego much? Are you kidding me?
It's not
Girl.
ego, it's grief. It's grief. It's not ego.
Just not thinking straight. And how are all
It's
the
the
other
wrong
avatars?
decision, but I understand her.
How are all the other avatars so inept? Like, they've all been told what's happening, and they're still all just standing around acting new. Like, how are they all so ridiculous, Phantom?
They were like, what? He's coming to free Ahmed? Meanwhile, a few days ago, a man was like, this is what she's going to do.
Right?
Stubborn.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, how did they? I mean, I don't know. How are they all so inept, AK?
It's not them being inept, it's more them being aloof. They're only avatars. If the god that they are an avatar for doesn't care about it, which we very clearly saw, they don't care. They didn't believe anything Khonshu was saying, this is what ends up happening. They were just led astray, pretty much.
And did they die or did the avatars die?
See, that's the thing. The avatars, it seems, are dead. So so those tethers are cut. If they find new avatars, it's highly possible they could come back. That's the way the Egyptian magic works.
Yeah, I mean, just how they've showed us throughout this series, Khonshu's had different avatars, Amit's had different avatars. So yeah, avatars come and go because they're humans. They're gonna die off sooner or later, and then they just get a new avatar. Because obviously, like we hear, they've been around for thousands and thousands of years. Like Amit's been locked up for the last 2,000. But Harrow busts in and says, "You're judges, not warriors," to the other avatars, and there were like many more of them. And then just one Harrow, like, how was he able to take on every one of them and take them all out? Like, are they not endowed with their god's powers? Like, we see Taweret was no warrior, but Layla holds it down when avataring. Like, or did the other gods just pick unworthy avatars, family?
Plot convenience. It needed to happen, I guess. Like, they were just, I don't know, honestly. Seeing that scene and just hearing it again, I'm just like, come on now. Like, are they not warriors at all, the gods that were in front of them, or what? I know they were shocked that, he was helping out and trying to free Amit, but still, that was like before he cracked the damn statue.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you think they ever taught their avatars to fight, though? That's what I'm saying. They've just been lazy about shit all along. They don't see that they need to prepare them for anything. And
why?
Go ahead.
But it seemed like it, though. Wasn't the I'm not sure I don't think that was like Osiris or something. But you seemed like he was doing some type of magic or something when he was approaching him, and then the screen cut. So we never got to see magic.
Like,
why be an avatar if you don't have fighting? Power? What would be the point of being a god's avatar if you're not going to get extra power? What would be the point?
We would need to know exactly what the basis of the deal was. Remember, these are specific. These are like specific contracts, the way that they've been shown to us. So whatever the avatar was getting is up to each one. I don't think it's any standard thing that happens. Where Layla is concerned, though, I find Layla very curious because I need to know her dad's backstory. It seems like she's been set up for this being an avatar since she was a child. He gave her the nickname, her little scarab. And we've seen bits of red around her throughout the whole series. She knows how to fight because he specifically made sure she was trained. And all of the espionage back dealings and whatnots, that's why she's still friends with the lady that made her the fake passport and all that. It seems like she might have been groomed to be this avatar specifically. In the comics, her dad is that avatar. And we know that Taweret has that blue amulet, the huge scarab on her chest. So she just gave her avatar the color red. And she still talks to Layla's dad. Because she was excited. It's like, oh, wait till I tell your father, blah, blah, blah. So I think this is something that's been coming for a while for Layla.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, Harrow did have a magic stick, and so he did have like maybe an extra weapon against all these people. And maybe that's it. Maybe they made the deal just to become rich and wealthy and powerful in life, like in real life, and not get any magic powers. But I don't know. And also, like he said, how come nobody else got cool suits? Only Layla and Mark got the costumes, and everybody else is just in everyday life. Like, what's up with that? Why didn't they get their superhero costumes?
I don't know what happened with Moon Knight, but with Taweret, Taweret just be going about her business, having fun. She had that outfit already made. You see how excited she was when she told Layla about it. Like, oh, I have the perfect outfit. So, I think Taweret, I think Taweret just happened to be in a good mood and was like, you know what, I don't have an avatar, but what if I do someday? And she just needed something to do, and that's what she did. And it works.
And speaking of acting new, like, what was Layla doing? She frees Khonshu and then immediately turns him down, saying, "No, I'll take Harrow on Ammon on herself." Like, why did you break him free in the first place if you're gonna just turn him down like that? That made.
The whole point was to break him free, so he can bring back.
So he could go get Mark.
Yeah. That's the whole point.
Would you have done it, DJ?
I don't know. It depends if I want to be a superhero that day or not, I guess. But I'd have been like
Khonshu.
Steven. I'd have been like Steven and made a better deal than what Mark did. Mark is not a good negotiator.
Yeah, and look how Khonshu treated that deal.
Oh man! And speaking of,
that wouldn't have worked.
Khonshu told Steven to have Mark free him, and it was Layla who did. So is this another cryptic way of saying that Layla is just another personality of Mark?
How?
You gotta get off this train, DJ. Like, it's Layla's a personality of Mark. It gotta end, man.
How do those things even go together? What?
There are multiple superheroes inside his own mind. That's how he's getting down. Layla, he said, tell Mark to free me, and basically Layla freed him. So I think Layla's just another personality of Mark. I mean, that's how they're going to tie it in.
With this one.
Oh, that's how they're going to tie it in. Watch. And when Mark wakes up from like the dead, Khonshu changes like day into night again. Like, didn't he learn the first time this is not a good idea? I'm like, they're just not playing with inside the rules of their own show. But it looks like the Osiris avatar wasn't in league with anyone. Like, he really was just that dumb or lazy not to like heed Khonshu's warning of what Harrow was up to. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. The ineptitude. These other avatars were just weak and stupid, is what they're telling us, right?
Like Casey said earlier, it was mainly the gods, so it's like they're just like falling in line, really.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I mean, they did say the gods are lazy, but I mean, this is just out of control. Like, why would they let it get to this point? And then Twaret says, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Osiris might have just been bored with doing anything, and he was sitting there, but he came through in the clutch. I actually thought the gates was closed because he was dead, and that was going to be a breadcrumb that Gore came and took care of him already. But he's still there, so, I mean, your question is still valid, though. I don't care if you're bored, my guy. Do you see the shit that's happening here? Well, like, what are you doing?
Can we get
this is something for you to do. Get it together now. You don't have to be bored no more. Solve this shit.
Ain't doing shit. Nothing. And Twaret says Layla Father is going to be over the moon when he hears. Like, was that a play on the words? Like, now he doesn't have to rely on Moon Knight. Now he can start rooting for his daughter, the Egyptian superhero. Oh,
something like that. Maybe. I think it's interesting that Twaret still talks to him.
That's it. Twaret says, I have a fabulous costume in mind, and it was, but why, like I said, why did only her and Steven get the costumes and none of the avatars got any fancy new clothes? Again, lazy writing, or I don't know, just different.
I guess they only get a costume if they're about to go into combat or something, maybe, or something to do related to like the Egyptian god that they're the avatar of.
Well, Osiris was getting ready to come into battle when Harrow came busting through the door. I mean,
if the scene didn't cut, we probably would have saw something, DJ.
He was getting ready to turn into a Superman suit.
Wasn't that Horus?
No, it's Osiris. Horus was the blonde guy.
Was it the businessman, bald business guy or something?
I think that was Osiris. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's Osiris. And then, I think Horus was the taller blonde guy that he was talking to in the last episode. But yeah, Horus is like the main god, and they made him look like an underling. So it's just all weird how they wrote this. Again, it's probably because that's going on in Steven's mind.
Oh, shut up!
Also, can we speak on the fact that Twaret has no chill whatsoever? Like, she heard Layla whispering, and she's just out there yodeling away, giving away the location. I'm like, Layla is trying to hide, and you were up here just everybody.
I'm laughing the whole time, and I'm like, so no one else is hearing this at all?
Harrow heard it.
I'm saying, Harrow heard it.
Not only scene, but in previous scene when they were like dragging Mark's dead body and she was making noise, not one person thought to like look behind the damn pillar, and I'm like, oh my goodness, the luck.
I think Harrow just got what he needed, so he was out.
No, not the luck, the sheer dumb luck, as Professor McGonagall would say. Damn it.
You know, it kind of fits though, because as far as we know, Twaret has not had an avatar for a while, if she ever has at all. I think the situation's laid out to where we could find out that Layla's dad was an avatar for her, but we don't know that. She is just giddy as hell to be in the game, and she's like, oh my god, yes, let's go. I got this outfit right here. It's gonna be perfect, and she's just not. She's too overly excited, is what I'll say. It's not that she's ignorant. She just, it's been years since she's had some type of good adventure. We know that from the hospital. So she is overly excited, and I think that's just very real emotion to be tagged as part of the team and finally get to come in and show off this awesome outfit with this cool ass avatar that you got now.
I was just all down for the ear wiggles. Every time she got all excited and started talking and her ears started wiggling, I was loving it. This got a good question. Why did Layla push his body back into the water? When she was like hugging him and done with him, yeah. When she grabbed that scarab, she grabbed the scarab and bounced, pushed his body back in the water. I don't know. That was kind of, I don't know.
I don't know. I'd have to watch that again.
I guess it's kind of like a born again thing with water and religion or something. Maybe that's why she put it back.
Or like a Viking's death, like that's a warrior's death, pushing him off into the water and let him go. I don't know. Yeah, that was weird. But luckily, Layla has that new hippo back support, and like she walked out of him, basically Harrow dropping the pyramid on top of her, so that she got lucky there, just in time turn. But before, it seemed like Harrow needed that cane of vomit to judge people. So how now are all the disciples able to just run around Egypt like just judging everybody, fandom?
Not gonna lie, that was kind of dope though. That whole time that their tattoos allow them to judge people, but it did open a question as to like when he did it in previous episodes, Harrow, like when he was just judging people, just judging them of the actions you had like in the future. It was just mainly just you're just gonna be like die because you're not gonna be like useful to Ammit once like she's like free.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, seemed like he had to put the cane on there and use the cane to have the justice, her cane of power or whatever. But everybody else could just grab hands and do it. I was like, how'd they all just suddenly get this power?
Because Ammit was there by then, and she
was
was already consuming souls, so it made her even that much stronger. So it's basically like the Dark Mark in Harry Potter. I think that's how it functioned. All of those followers have that same tattoo, and that's what they tapped into.
How come Ammit seemed to need to like eat all those evil souls to grow, but Khonshu was able to just instantly match her in size? What was up with that, fandom?
Isn't her power? It's like she grows stronger every soul that she devours, so it makes sense as opposed to Khonshu.
He's just automatic.
I guess.
I mean, he grew a little bit to match her, but he didn't really match her in muscle. She's that much stronger because she's been feeding on souls, and she has this whole ass cult that's feeding her also with their souls while they're doing her dirty work. Like even Harrow, she said, well, I'm gonna have to kill you later for all this nonsense that you're about to do, but I still want you to do it for me. When it's done, then I'll kill you. So it's extra.
Oh, that just showed what a hypocrite she was. But yeah,
of course.
Yeah, to suck out all those souls. Khonshu just was instantly that big and just battling and taking her down. And he was kind of whooping that ass for a minute.
He hung for a little. She put the smackdown on him.
I don't know.
It was like, it was kind of like hinting like he was like no longer in his prime because she was like, like you growing old in your time.
Speaking of
the
being
years
prime
have
and
not been
old,
kind to you.
Yeah, it looks like we kind of called it. Like it seems Ammit was a little thirsty for Khonshu. Like the first thing out of her mouth when seeing him was commenting on his looks, and then she asked him like to be by her side for the rest of the time. Like she's definitely got a thirst thing for this dude.
Khonshu gives off all the classic signs of a fuckboy, especially when he starts throwing his tantrums, you know. And we know he used to fuck around with Hawthorne, and now, of course, with Ammit, I'm pretty sure that they had a thing too. But what one thing I brought up,
he was getting down.
He was out there. He was out there. But again, these two ladies that we've met, Tawaret and Ammit. And somewhere in the multiverse, I mean, you look at them, they got some nice curves, is all I'm saying. I think they could low-key get it, you know, if we were not dealing with incursions and everybody trying to kill someone and send them to the afterlife because they suck. Disney, you're not supposed to make hippos and crocodiles look sexy. I'm gonna need you to not.
Right? The hippo was looking good, you're right.
She had curves. And then Ammit came out, and even when she was fighting, she was still moving sensual. You know, Khonshu tried to come up behind her, and she just stopped him with the, like, who the fuck you think I is, Khonshu? Like, look, I'm sorry. They are not supposed to be looking like that, is all I'm saying.
the last
It
thing
was
she
just
said
interesting.
before being trapped inside Harrow was how she and Khonshu could have made this place their own personal paradise. So basically, she is definitely thirsting for some Khonshu and was wanting it the whole time. Like the first thing she did was comment on his looks, and the last thing she said was like, "I wish I could be with you forever." So you can't tell me she wasn't thirsty for some Khonshu.
Hathor was thirsty too. Khonshu was out there slinging dick, man.
He says that's gonna do it. Oh man, he's like Jake liked the outfit too. It was looking cute. I'm telling you,
No, it shaped all of them curves. I'm just
it was
saying.
all bones, and she was down for it. That's what it was. But either way, I was definitely down for the kaiju fight. Like I thought it looked great. But what's up, fandom? Could the people in the city see that the gods battling?
No, because was it the second episode that they showed they can't really see those Egyptian the monster, the jackal, was it? Yeah, they couldn't see that. So it's like if they're able to see that, then that's hella questionable.
So basically, that's why it kind of looked like an over movie screen, like only certain people could see it.
Yeah, but they were able to see Moon Knight and Harrow though fighting.
No, that was amazing. I was all down for the kanji battle. That was awesome. They were getting it, and her using her tail to like take them out at the legs and everything. Like, I loved all of it.
It was really good.
What I don't understand is why people with guns always fire into the shield. Like that man was standing 3 feet from Layla, firing right into her bulletproof wings. Like, why not just shoot out the kneecap, AK?
You are asking this shit to be logical, DJ. I think you need to suspend all of the disbelief. And actually, now that I think about it, even if they would have gone for the legs, she's got that cool ass outfit on, and it flows down her legs. She isn't always exposed there, so she might have still been able to dodge.
Oh man, I was just like, what the hell, man? This is just ridiculous. But it looks like Khonshu and the boys are both about to fall when Mark blacks out and then wakes up to everything and everyone in the surrounding area just dead and in ruin. It also looks like Layla saw it all, so is she just going to be tripping about that from now on, fandom?
Repeat the question?
Layla basically saw, remember, Mark was getting ready to go down and it looked like Harrow was about to win, and then all of a sudden he blacked out and obviously Jake took over and he woke back up and everybody was destroyed. Like the signs were destroyed, the people were dead, like he was about to take Harrow's head off, like, and Layla saw it all. She's like, Mark, what the hell was that? So like, is she going to be geeking on that? Is that going to be a thing?
Possibly. Now that she's pretty much, well, she's no longer going to be the quote-unquote
Matar?
Yeah, but I could see, like we were saying earlier, like most likely she's going to be like the permanent avatar, or can't pronounce the hippopotamus's name.
Is that going to freak her out though? Is she going to be like, is she going to be able to still love Mark because after knowing like what he's capable of?
Nah, I still see her loving Mark. But what the hell she been doing this entire episode? Like, she has to still freaking love Mark.
Yeah, she's still gonna love Mark. She's nothing that Jake is gonna do, or really any of those avatars, I think, or any of the personalities. I don't think she's gonna care. I mean, well, if it's bad, then she's going to care, obviously, but she's still going to be there for Mark for as much as she can be.
Unless the Jake persona killed her pops, then it might cause a rift.
Oh, yeah.
We already saw what happened there, though. I don't think they're gonna go back.
They never showed us like the full flashback. They never showed us the full flashback though. Like we saw like dead bodies.
I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Either way, we know the dead body was there, and Mark was saying, you know, I tried to save him, but this happened. Whether it was his CO Bushman that killed him, or whether maybe Jake did come out and kill him, it wouldn't matter right now because we've already pushed past that.
He said it was Bushman that did it. But what if we find out that Bushman's just another personality?
Oh, for God's sake.
Okay, DJ. You know what? I retract what I just said. I retract it.
I'm telling you, we might find out Bushman's just another one living inside that mind.
Oh,
well, I mean, they're all living inside his mind because it's all just going on inside his head. But yeah.
Stop it right now, young man.
And it was pretty convenient how she and Mark knew the exact incantation to utter to combine Emmett to Harrow. Like, they did that pretty seamlessly. That was
well, Tawara probably told her what it was.
I mean, Well, no, Osiris did. Supposedly, he told her what to do. I didn't hear him say how to do it. Like he said, we need more avatars and we need to do and combine the bodies. But I don't remember him showing her the cantation to recite and how she
No,
memorized it in just one go right before he died.
I'm pretty sure there was some bit of conversation with her and Tawaret knew what the incantation was. I could be misremembering, but if she did know it, then she would probably in her head just saying it the whole time. So now she knows
Yeah,
it to
well, I
tell
mean, if
Mark.
that was the case, yeah, they're one and the same. They could do it, but no, that was Osiris that was telling her all about this. Tuaret really didn't say anything. So
I
yeah,
have
I
to go
was
back
just
and watch that part.
how did she know exactly what to say and how to do it? And yeah, it was I don't know, it was a thing. Just too convenient, plot convenience. But Kenshi says finish it, but Mark refuses to kill Harrow. So even after all this, what was the point if you're not going to kill him? Like this is your chance to take them both out. Why wouldn't Mark do it, Phantom?
Honestly, I was saying the goddamn same thing, but the way how he was saying, he's like, "Oh, I don't want to be your pawn, your puppet. I want to be just like you." I'm just like, man, just kill him. If it was me, honestly, I would have just killed him. Like, we did all this season for what now?
Exactly. What was it all for?
You can be all the wholesome and good after this shit, okay? Stab him in the throat, walk away, and now you can, be the goody two shoes that you want to be.
Yeah,
but this dude needs to die. Seriously.
Khonshu's right there saying if you don't end it, he will come back and kill more people. They've already shown that's a true thing. Why wouldn't you just end it right here and now? Like, why go through exactly? What was the point of all this? Why go through it all if you're not going to end it? That's just crazy. But when Khonshu releases them, they find themselves back in the hospital. Like, doesn't again that just prove that the hospital is the actual reality?
That was the final leg of the escape.
So that means the hospital is the truth.
They had to break Harrow down, I think, and you can see in that scene when he's walking now, we actually see the blood of his footprints there. So it's almost akin to Harry Potter when Harry had to kill that little golem looking half fetus in his mind, and Dumbledore, actually that's a really good connection. Dumbledore asked him, Harry said, is this real or is it all in my head? And Dumbledore said, oh, it's in your head, but that doesn't mean it isn't real. So it's kind of the same thing here. They had to break that the psychological connection with Harrow, and that gave them the full escape. At least that's how I think it was.
I'm only going to kill 100 people, 100 run is not happening. Yeah, exactly. That's just plot convenience at its finest. When he said, I'd rather save the world, and then just falls backwards and wakes up in his own bed, like, again, that just shows us this is all in his own head. That you can't do that. That's not how reality works. This is how dreams work. This is all happening inside this mind's head. How many different ways can they show us and tell us?
The way how I saw it, again, that whole being in the afterlife and the mind thing, not in chronological order. So by the time they're going through the gates that Osiris opened, I'm guessing they probably ended back into back into that mind institute, and then he goes back and says, "Oh, now I gotta go save the world," and he goes back and he's alive, facing Harrow and crap. I don't know. That whole one line, them going back into the bed, still freaking messed me up. And then they wake back up and they're still tied up. So I'm like, okay, so they know that there's another persona. And that's why they're tied up or something? But even then, still doesn't make sense because when you were tied up before, Steve, freaking Mark was able to get out. So what's the point?
See, and this is something that we talked about on the stream I did with the guys a couple hours ago. I don't think that it was either Mark or Steven that really wanted to set those traps. I think it might have been Jake. And that's basically just to continue to cover up himself. He makes it seem like it's Steven that's doing the stuff, but he was definitely leaving every night. Jake was just resetting the traps.
Can't fight the moon.
Hey, Ion.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I think they're just telling us in every different way you can tell us that basically this is all happening inside his mind, which is crazy.
Tisk tisk. Tisk tisk.
Yeah,
At
they
least
said
there's two fish now.
yeah, exactly. How did
Ha!
that change? Like, oh, and then they bust into that extra scene. Like, wait, now Harrow's the patient, and it's Jake Lockley who frees him and kills him. Like, how is this not just going on in his mind, AK?
Well, if you are a person that just starts spouting off about Egyptian gods and you being one of their avatars or whatever, you're probably gonna get put in a mental institution. You know, they shipped him off to Arkham, which for real is where he needs to be any damn way. And that's why we got the reveal we did. Like, okay, you know, Mark don't want to kill him. All right, I'll say I'm gonna let you go for right now, but the first chance I get, and here comes Jake doing the damn thing I applauded and cheered so loudly when I saw it. As soon as I saw the hat, I was like, oh yes, they're doing it. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense that it was done the way it does. It was done where Jake is concerned.
What was the deal with like he looked in that coffee cup and it was sand, and then he
Sand.
spilled it and it was actual coffee? Like,
His
what's
mind
the
is
meaning of that?
breaking.
Yeah, because it's all in his mind, all of it. It's all
In Harrow's mind.
No, this is all in Jake's mind. That's why Harrow goes from being a supervillain to a doctor to a patient in a mental institution, because it's all going on in Jake's mind. Like, is that not the easy? I mean, sometimes they have a word for it. The easiest explanation is often the right one. And I mean, that seems to be the easy. Or is he really a superhero, jumping, turning night to day, and turning back time like 100 years? And I mean, come on. What? Like my man said as a doctor, he's like, sense or nonsense. Like,
I
what
mean,
seems
look at
more
everything that's
practical?
happened around the world in the MCU, though. I'm still not understanding how you're questioning that so hard. All the fantastical things we've seen, this dude turning into an avatar, is the shit that you can't accept. Why?
Well, he's not a sorcerer supreme, so I don't know. Like, yeah,
Ay,
I think
Dios
this
mío.
has to be going in his mind.
This is why I like this series. It's been so many movies, so many TV series. We have seen the absurd. And when it comes to this show, this is when we start questioning everything.
I'm saying,
Oh,
like, the
yeah.
hero is like the realest, you know, down to earth dude, but he's got some head issues.
Hey, there's rules to this
But
shit.
we're
That's what I'm
questioning
saying.
him.
There are rules to this shit, and they
He's
got
a
to
victim of abuse. Leave him alone.
play within the game. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. They had, like I said, there's way too many questions, way too many things undone. Like, they got to bring in a season 2 and just try to answer some more questions.
It actually doesn't necessarily need to be a season 2. We
Lies!
breadcrumbs.
I
No,
need
listen, listen to what I'm telling you. They don't need to continue it in that own realm because we have breadcrumbs for the Midnight Suns, and that's freaking Jon Snow, Blade, Moon Knight.
I need more fleshed
Pretty
out.
sure Doctor Strange was in there too, and there's some other stuff going down. Werewolf by Night, I think, is coming also. All of that leading up to the Midnight Suns, and we're gonna see Moon Knight heavy whenever that happens.
So you
Hey,
see,
Linda.
you're saying is we're gonna get a better defenders. That's what
Yes,
you're saying.
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, what's up, Linda? Good to see you. Good to
Linda.
see you. Yeah, I don't know.
Plugs, Linda.
I don't know. If this is true, though, Conchu is a dick playing three-dimensional chess while everybody else is playing bingo. So,
Yeah.
you got
I
it.
will. I will give him props on his fashion sense though, because he had the pimp game on point in that limo, looking like he was about to go to the Met Gala and shit. You see, he ain't got them rags on no more. He had it, my boy's fine pressed in his nice gray suit.
Oh man, that is just crazy. I'm right here. He is on drugs. He can't even pick up a cup. So he just saw the sand.
Yeah,
and then
pretty
maybe a
much.
little roast coffee. That could be. I like that. But yeah, it was just. I mean, it's just too much. It's insane. Like, this has to all be going on in his mind. If they do come up with a Midnight Suns, then I guess it's real, because unless that's all in his mind, I don't know. We know.
See, that's
we
what
know.
I'm saying, DJ. How far does it go?
Well, I mean,
How
a
far does
vampire
it go?
that walks through the day and a werewolf and all that. I'm like, that could definitely all be in his mind. But day and
Oh,
night,
for God's
Black
sake.
Knight, the Black Knight can be real. So I guess that.
So
was
if Blade or Werewolf by Night walk up in there, you're still gonna believe it's in his head.
Oh, it could all be in his head. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, this man had the same man as the evil villain, the guy trying to help him, the doctor, and a patient all in one. And when he said, "I'd rather save the world," that just means like, I don't like what you're doing or what you're saying, so I'm just going to go into a different realm in my mind and go be a superhero and play at that for a while. This has to all be going on in his head. Like, he fell back. He didn't walk out the door. He just fell backwards, and now he's back in his bed. Like, come on. This is all in his mind. That's the only way it can work out.
We shall see.
Oh, man. No, Jake, we didn't end up watching Ozarks. We ended up watching... I watched Pennyworth, which was weird. I mean, it was okay.
Oh, I've been wanting me to watch that. Is it good?
Yeah,
it was the Young Alfred?
Right. Yeah, Young Alfred.
Oh, okay.
It was worthy of a watch. It had some really
check that out.
stupid parts. But, I mean, for the most part, it was pretty good.
So it's not like a prequel to Gotham you want to see or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It was, yeah, he's a superhero in his own right. He's cool, but, yeah, there's some really dumb parts. But there's some really cool parts. I wasn't mad I watched it both seasons. It was pretty tight. And then cool. Just the Giant Chamber brought home, what is it, Mr. In Between or something like that, which
Mr.
is just...
In Between.
Oh, it's a wild one. You'd probably like that one, Jake. You should watch that one.
What's
Mr.
that about?
In Between. I don't know. Is it like a Better Call Saul or like it's just a guy? I don't know. It's a badass guy that kind of walks on the wrong side of the line, but you don't hate him for it. You see why he does it. It's pretty good.
Hey, shout out to the Cookie Monster just stepped in the chat, Alan Vanderson.
Oh, my man, Alan, what's good, brother? It's been forever. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Bye, Linda. Thank you for coming by. We miss you.
Take care. We'll definitely see you soon. And we'll be back on Tuesday. I'm not even sure what it's going to be about. Maybe
I was going to say, what are we doing next?
Have you guys both seen The Batman?
I have.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do the Batman review. That's a long-ass movie. Oh, God.
It is.
But, when does Obi-Wan come out, you know?
May 25th, isn't it? I believe I have it on here. I
haven't watched the Star Wars shows yet.
Neither have I. I've been skipping them.
When
Obi-Wan's a different one. Isn't that supposed to be in August or something like that?
Is it August?
I know that they pushed it.
Okay, if they pushed it back. I thought I heard maybe May or June.
Obi-Wan comes out May 27th, and The Boys come out July 26th.
Ooh.
July 26th, okay.
I remember it was supposed to be in March, and then they just pushed it?
Yeah, they keep pushing everything.
Trash.
Well, they were thinking Obi-Wan might come out on May 5th. It's not coming out until May 27th. And then The Bad Batch didn't come out either. So I was like, God dang, they didn't put nothing out on May the 4th? Come on. It's terrible. May the 4th be with you. But yeah, July 26th, I can't wait for that. The Boys coming back. It's going to be dope. And yeah, of course, we'll be all over Obi-Wan on May 27th. Oh, just a couple quick. I only have 2 trivia questions this week. Might as well knock those out real quick.
You only have 2 trivia questions?
Because I was trying to knock this out before we got on here. I just did it.
I mean, the show was only for like, what, 35 minutes? So.
Yeah, true. Oh, what are the stone figurines called that the gods are being turned into?
What are they not Funko Pops, I can tell you that.
Funko Pops. What do they call those stone figurines that they turn the gods into?
It is on the tip of my damn tongue. His Washanti.
No, but you are close.
Is that?
Hey, let me see if I actually wrote this down.
Maybe I'm wrong in the pronunciation.
Yeah, you're all over.
Or Anshanti, something or other.
Yeah, Ashabi.
Ashabi. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. Nice. Got it in. And the last one. What is the name of the hospital Jake frees Harrow from?
Oh, I got that down. Hold on a second.
Like after last week, I need to write that one in.
It's a Sinkwitz Psychiatric Hospital, named for artist and writer of Moon Knight.
Absolutely correct. Well done, you.
I knew you was going to pick that one.
Of course. Yep, 2 easy ones, knocking it out. It has been a fun ride, this one. And like I said, they have to bring a season 2 because there's just still too many questions. Way too many questions. Oh my God, we got to get it in. We got next Tuesday. I don't know. We'll talk about it, but yeah, we'll probably maybe be doing the Batman recap. Just get that in real quick. See what everybody thought about that long ass freaking movie. Did you like it? Did you love it? Where's it ranked with all the other Batmans? And yeah, other than that, like I said, I watched that Mister In Between. That was kind of a crazy show. Watched Pennyworth, and I think I'm probably watching See Here, the rest of See Here pretty quick. Unless you guys want to do a recap of that
Oh,
one.
You should
yeah.
watch
Well, I
Doctor
thought.
Strange. Damn it! When are you gonna watch Doctor Strange,
Oh yeah, and
DJ?
I'll probably be watching Doctor Strange on Monday, but I don't know if I mean, I guess we could do like some kind of recap. I won't be able to do like a full outline of it. But yeah,
Yeah.
we could talk about it.
What wasn't C like on the list for us to
Yeah.
discuss?
Do you have
True.
access to Apple TV, Phantom?
No, but I know my ways.
He's
Wink,
like,
wink.
I got ways. I
Uh,
got ways. Because C might be a perfect
well,
one in between, like if we do a movie recap and then we can knock out C, would be a perfect span right into
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
No problem.
And take it out. Yeah,
fandom,
no,
remind me, and I can actually send you season 1 and 2 tomorrow.
Copy.
Nope. Strange is not coming to Disney. It's just now out at the theater. So yeah, it's gonna be it would be a spoiler review.
Yeah, they're gonna milk you out
Yeah.
until possibly September.
Yeah.
JD wanted
Yeah.
to do a Batman recap. Oh yeah, I'll definitely get a hold of JD if you want to do that. See what's up. Absolutely. bring
Oh
him
yeah,
into that.
sure. We could plan that.
Definitely like to bring the dragon in. So yeah, definitely look into that. Who knows? Like if I have you seen Doctor Strange, AK?
Excuse me. Sorry. I got the hookup from a friend with some pirate skills. So yeah, actually
there
watched
you
it
go.
earlier today.
Right on. So if I do end up seeing Doctor Strange on Monday, which I probably will, let's just kind of plan on that. Maybe we'll just do kind of a not a full-on blown review, but we'll do a quick recap of what we all thought about Doctor Strange and Multiverse. So let's just plan on doing that on Tuesday, and I'll try to get it watched. But
Gotcha.
sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for taking this ride down the rabbit hole in this crazy little series that we still have yet to figure out, even after the finale. Like I said, got to have a season 2 and get a little more fleshed out. But I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. And until next Tuesday, see you, everybody. Have a great weekend.